If you only had 1 hour to spend with your mother before she disappeared forever, what would you spend it doing? For Angie. The knock came at 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. Angie almost didn't answer. She was 3 glasses deep into a bottle of wine that had been meant for 2, wearing the same pajamas she'd worn for the past 36 hours. The apartment smelled like forgotten takeout and the particular staleness of a life on pause. But the knocking persisted, not frantic, just patient and inevitable, like rain. When she opened the door, her mother stood in the hallway, wearing the floral dress she'd bought for Easter 5 years ago. The one she said made her feel pretty. "Mama." Angie blinked, confused. "What are you doing here?" "Hello, baby." Her mother's smile was gentle, familiar, but something in her eyes seemed different, distant, almost ethereal. How did you get here? Did you drive 4 hours in the dark?" Angie stepped aside automatically, years of southern hospitality overriding her confusion. "Why didn't you call? I would have cleaned up, Angie." Her mother walked past her into the apartment, and Angie noticed she moved differently, lighter somehow, as though the arthritis that plagued her knees had suddenly vanished. "We need to talk." They sat on the couch that Angie and Marcus had picked out together, back when they were still building something instead of dismantling it. Her mother looked around the apartment, taking in the chaos with a mother's practiced eye: the unopened mail, the unwashed dishes, the photograph face down on the coffee table. "You haven't been taking care of yourself," her mother said. It wasn't a question. Angie felt the familiar flush of shame. "I'm fine, Mama. Just been busy with things." She gestured vaguely at the mess. "Work's been crazy." "Don't lie to me, Angie Marie." Her mother's voice was soft but firm. "Your phone's been off for 3 days. When's the last time you left this apartment?" Angie's defenses rose. "Since when do you just show up unannounced? How did Uncle Terry give you a key or something?" "I'm not here to fight with you." Her mother reached out and took her hand, and Angie noticed how cool her skin felt. "I'm here because you need me. Because I couldn't." She paused, choosing her words carefully. "I couldn't stay away. Not with you like this." "I'm fine," Angie insisted, pulling her hand back. "You didn't need to drive all this way. I know you hate driving at night." Her mother smiled sadly. "The drive doesn't bother me anymore." Something about the way she said it made Angie's skin prickle. She looked at her mother more carefully: the floral dress, the lack of her usual purse, the absence of her reading glasses on their chain. Her mother never went anywhere without those glasses. "Mama, what's going on? Are you sick? Is something wrong?" "Nothing's wrong with me, baby. But you're drowning, and you've been calling it swimming for so long you can't tell the difference anymore." Angie stood abruptly. "Is that why you're here? To tell me I'm a mess? Trust me, I know. Marcus left, I lost my promotion, I can barely get out of bed most days." "Sit down," her mother said quietly. Something in her tone, an authority Angie hadn't heard since childhood, made her obey. "Those things hurt you," her mother continued, "but they're not what's killing you. The real source of your unhappiness, the thing that's been poisoning you for years, it's the voice in your head that says you're not enough. Stop psychoanalyzing me. It's the way you apologize for taking up space. It's how you let Marcus treat you like a convenience for 2 years because you didn't think you deserved better. It's how you sabotaged your own promotion because you convinced yourself someone else was more qualified." "You don't understand." "I understand more than you know." Her mother's eyes glistened. "Baby, you're not upset because Marcus left. You're relieved. You've been relieved for weeks." The truth of it hit Angie like a wave. Her chest heaved with a sob she'd been holding back for months. "Then why do I feel so terrible?" "Because you've spent your whole life believing you're not worthy of love unless you're perfect. And perfect is just another word for invisible." Her mother moved closer, and Angie noticed she cast no shadow in the lamplight. "I see it now, how I fed that. Always pushing you to do better, be better. I thought I was preparing you for a hard world. But I taught you that you were never enough as you were. Mama, you did your best. Let me say this. Her mother gripped both of Angie's hands, and now the coolness was unmistakable. I need you to hear it. You are enough. You were always enough. The job, the man, the life you think you're supposed to have, none of it matters if you don't believe you deserve to take up space in the world exactly as you are. Angie's throat tightened. I don't know how to believe that. Start small. Tomorrow, you charge your phone. You call your Uncle Terry. You let people love you. Her mother smiled. And you throw away that picture of Marcus. He doesn't get space in your home anymore. That's it? That's your grand wisdom. Angie laughed through her tears. I'm saying choose yourself, Angie. Fight for yourself. The source of your unhappiness isn't what happened to you, it's the story you tell yourself about what it means. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are exactly who you're supposed to be. Angie looked down at their clasped hands and noticed, for the first time, that she could see the pattern of the couch fabric through her mother's fingers. Mama! Her voice cracked with sudden fear. Her mother's form was becoming translucent, like morning mist touched by sun. What's happening? Mama, what? I have to go now, baby. Her mother leaned forward and kissed her forehead, and her lips felt like cool air. But you're going to be okay. Better than okay. No, wait. I don't understand. Mama, please. Promise me you'll try. Promise me you'll choose yourself. I promise, Angie whispered, tears streaming down her face. But I don't understand what's happening. Are you? And turn on some lights, her mother said, her voice already fading. Living in the dark never helped anybody. Then she was gone. Angie sat frozen on the couch, her heart hammering. Had she imagined it? Was she losing her mind? But she could still feel the cool pressure of her mother's kiss on her forehead, could still smell the faint scent of lavender. With trembling hands, she stood and walked to the window, opening the curtains. Street light poured in, painting everything in amber and shadow. She picked up the photograph from the coffee table, Marcus grinning at the camera, his arm around a version of herself she barely recognized, and dropped it in the trash. Then she found her phone charger. As the device powered on, it buzzed frantically with notifications. 14 missed calls from Uncle Terry. 6 from Aunt Joyce. A dozen texts, each one more desperate than the last. The most recent, from this morning. Please call when you can. It's about your mama. It's urgent. Angie's blood turned to ice. Her hands shook as she dialed. Uncle Terry answered on the first ring. Angie. Oh, thank God. Baby, I've been trying to reach you for days. I have some terrible news. Your mama, she passed last Tuesday. Heart attack in her garden. It was quick, baby. She didn't suffer. The phone slipped from Angie's fingers. Last Tuesday. A week ago. She looked around the empty apartment, at the space where her mother had just been sitting. At the couch cushion that showed no impression. At the air that still carried the faintest scent of lavender. Angie. Angie, are you there? She picked up the phone with shaking hands. I'm here, Uncle Terry. I'm here. As she listened to him explain the funeral arrangements, the service she'd missed, the family who'd been worried sick about her, Angie walked to the light switch and flipped it on. The apartment blazed into brightness, messy and broken and real. But it was hers. And her mother's last gift had been to show her it was worth fighting for. Tomorrow, she would start the work of believing she deserved it. Have you experienced something like this, or heard one before? Please share in the comments.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, share and subscribe for more. Thank you.